Master Productions.
What's up, everybody? My name is Masta, and I've been interested in the Dark Souls series for quite a while now. It's maybe been about 3-ish years. That sounds about right, 3-ish. And I've been playing the game a lot, and I've wanted to record a lot, but I've stayed away from it simply because I had the Xbox 360, and I didn't really want to invest in recording equipment. Now, however, I've got the PS4, I'm on next gen, I've got my new character, and the PS4 easily allows you to record your videos. So, I plan on doing that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Dark Souls 2 videos until, of course, Dark Souls 3 comes out. I'm going to try to do stuff with that pertaining to Dark Souls 3. What I want to do, what I want to focus on my channel, are classes and setups that aren't as common. I want to talk about them and play with them and implement them in a PvP setting. This setup for this video is going to be the Poison Manslayer build. Okay, so of course what you're going to need at first are the 2 Poison Manslayers plus 5. This is actually the hardest part for me because I've only beat the game once and you can only get 1 Manslayer per playthrough, so I actually had to find someone and trade with them to get my second. But it's doable and it's not too bad. The second most important thing, or things, 2 things of equal importance, are the Sanctum Soldier Gauntlets and the Crest of the Rat. Now these items both increase your poison buildup by 60 on your poison weapons. Next you're going to want the Stone Ring. Next you're going to want the Ring of Blades, hopefully +2 if you can get it. I can't yet. And the 4th ring doesn't really matter. I'm simply using the Bracing Knuckle ring probably because I was doing some campaign or PvE something. You can use Life Ring, the Chloranthy ring, or whatever, anything. Just, it doesn't really matter. You also want a bow with poison arrows, and I'll get into that later. And you want a catalyst of some sort. Now, I'm using miracles, but it does not matter what spell category you use as long as you're using spells and as long as you're using the right type of spells within each category, which I'll also get into later. As far as armor goes, it really doesn't matter. I'm just using something that I thought looked okay, and really that's it. As long as you can wear it without fat rolling, gives you some poise, gives you some defensives, and it looks okay, you're going to be alright. As far as strategy goes and how you're going to play with this setup, it's kind of different. You're going to kind of have to avoid a norm every now and again. The biggest example is backstabs. Now, you don't want to backstab all that much, simply because your main focus with this class is to poison somebody. A backstab is going to fill up about half their bar, generally, and then they're just going to roll away until the bar, depletes. And it's usually not very effective when it comes to poisoning people. Now, the only exceptions are if they have been hit multiple times and you think a backstab will finish it off, well, that's fine. And if they are already poisoned, then of course you want to backstab them as much as possible, hinder them while you're doing backstab damage and the poison damage is still ticking. So backstabs then are actually a really, really good thing, especially with the poison being active. It's killer, absolutely killer. But your main source of damage is going to be from the power stance quick attack. Now the reason for this is with the Stone Ring and with this power stance attack hitting with both weapons, the first attack is enough to stagger and stop anyone in their tracks most of the time, it always depends on what they're actually doing, if they're swinging and what kind of poise they have, but usually this is enough to stagger them into a second attack. Now, since it hits with both weapons, if you hit them with 2 power stance quick attacks, that's generally enough to poison just about anybody. I've never seen it not poison somebody, but I'm sure if they had a lot of poison resistance, like a poison resistance ring and things like that, then maybe that wouldn't poison them. But like I said, it's usually pretty reliable because I've never seen those 2 attacks in quick succession not poison somebody. It's so important, in fact, that generally Even if you get to a point where you can backstab somebody and getting behind them, instead of actually backstabbing them, you still want to go ahead and do the power stance quick attack combo if they're not already poisoned. And that's the best example and the most noticeable strategic thing that's away from most builds and most normal setups. When it comes to the bow, I was talking about the poison arrows. Poison arrows, I mean, you're just going to use this bow, or I do anyway. I just use this bow like I do any other bow in any other class. I don't generally use the bow to poison somebody unless they are just, I've hit them multiple times and I think that one arrow is going to do it. But I do use the poison arrows simply because it kind of goes with the class setup, and it keeps that pressure of, oh no, I might get poisoned, and people kind of do stupid things even before they're poisoned sometimes. So it's kind of a nice mind trick. As far as spells go, that's one of the big things about this setup. Now the spells are important because when you poison somebody, they're gonna do one of two things. Either A, they're gonna get in your face, be aggressive, and try to kill you before the poison kills them, which is what you want to do, and which is what I think is the right thing for the opponent to do. This is what I do if I get poisoned. Or they're going to B, back up, try to play defensive, get out of melee range, and try to poison moss, which I think is kind of a jerk move, and I'll get into that later. But if they do that, then you're kind of screwed. There is, however, a way to make that an opportunity to get a benefit out of them poison mossing, and that's where the spells come in. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter what type of category you use, but it does matter which spells you use in each category. You're going to want to use projectile high damage spells. I'm using the Great Lightning Spear, Sunlight Spear if you can use it. This is really good because as soon as they poison moss, they can't roll, they can't really avoid stuff, and it gives you a lot of time to hit them with the spell. Even hitting them with Sunlight Spears is pretty reliable, and it happens quite often. So I mean, if you're using magic, a Crystal Soul Spear will do absolutely fine, and etc. Now, when you hit them with this spell, it's kind of ironic because they're gonna poison moss to get rid of a little bit more than 1,000 damage from the poison damage. To counter that, they're gonna try to stop that ticking damage, and instead you're gonna hit them with that spell while they're poison mossing, and they're gonna take about 1,000 damage instantly. So they're kind of just trading that indirect damage for direct damage right then, right at the moment, and it's actually bad for them if you catch them and you do this correctly. So as soon as you start seeing them back up, you just kind of want to use your spell while they're poison mossing, which is something that I think I don't agree with, and this is why. Now, in this poison build, I'm not, set up level-wise any specific way. I'm just leveling up everything because I want to make more setups and do more videos later down the line. But you can still see that my weapon damage is really low. Your poison is a big portion of your damage, and you don't do a lot of damage without that. So if people poison moss you, you're doing less damage for nothing, and it's kind of like estusing someone with a normal class, in my opinion. I don't ever poison moss other players, so that's just my personal opinion. But if someone disagrees, that's okay because we have our counter, our high damage projectile spells. So that's going to be about it for the strategy guide, the intro portion of this video. Now let's get on to the combat. Alright, looks like it's going to be the first fight of the combat portion. I've actually fought this guy before and lost, but I'm using the third dragon ring for my 4th ring, and the reason is I don't have a lot of stamina. I'm noticing I'm not high enough level to really play with this class. I don't have enough stamina, I guess, because a couple quick attacks with the power stance and I'm depleted. I'm having to play really weird. See, I shouldn't have hit there, and since I made that little mistake, it's hard to be aggressive because now I'm out of stamina. I almost took out my bow, but it's probably not going to be worth it. Alright, there's the poison. I might have him this one. Oh, he's not going to. Okay. That was a big mistake on my part. But my poison will kill him if he doesn't poison Moss. And it actually carried me that game. But, I mean, whatever, that's a win. Oh, I'm curious to see what level he is. I might message him and see if he wants to do something later. Because I'm very curious about his level. Uh-oh. Invading people. I hear him. But I don't see him. I bet he's up top. But, oh. Okay, so it looks like he was trying to fight. Wow, that's fucking nuts. He kind of scared the shit out of me. He's not gonna let me buff either. I like his setup, but he's got that seated giants going on. Oh, this guy, he's right here. I guess I'm gonna have to backstab him. I want to heal, but this is a video, and I don't want to be the jerk in the video, so. This guy, I don't even know what this guy's doing. See ya! Alright, I've been searching for this dude a little bit. I bet he's... Yep, there he is. He's gonna do shit. And that's actually one of the big, like, counters of this class. Just because you're not trying to backstab as much. So big guys that have big shield, and just shields in general. I think I'm gonna have to start playing a few more backstabs here and there, because especially against these guys, against that poison. See ya. But I think I'm gonna have to backstab more with those guys, because when they can do a 180 with that big weapon, stagger you, you might not have a choice there. Well, I'll spawn right here, and he's right there. Hello. Oh, he's bowing. He's gonna let me buff maybe. Yes. Okay. I like that sword. That Moonlight Greatsword. I actually might want to do a Ben Hart cosplay, but with the actual Moonlight Greatsword. I might do that. That sounds like something that would be fun. Also, guys, if you're sticking around for the rest of this video, there's actually something really gonna be really fun at the end. I thought it was hilarious. Oh my gosh, no health. And so stay tuned for that. Alright, so I'm noticing that I may actually have to backstab with this setup when it's like slower weapons that can track, like do 180s and stuff. On my main, my lowest stat is 65, so I guess I just have the agility, to not have to. But in this, I might have to backstab with this character. I don't like this setup. This guy doesn't... Yeah, I would've got hit there without that backstab. This guy's kinda strange the way he's playing. That's probably a poison. See, it would've hit me again. I guess the backstabs are necessary sometimes. Good fight, Knight. Well, I guess we learn something new every day. Backstabs may not be the worst thing ever with this setup. There he is. The Looking Glass Knight. He changed boss rooms, I guess. That's another cosplay. That's one that I really do a lot on my main, or did. This is one that I would really enjoy doing. This one's actually might be a good fight. I enjoy this, guys. Cosplay. I don't like the little setting that we're at, though. Boom, poisoned. That's what happens when you drink. Oh my gosh! Bye, buddy. Stop drinking. And walked into this, and there's a fourth one. This is an actual player. Buff. Let me go for the other player. Actually, there's the host right there. Nope. Oh wow, the two didn't poison him. He might be using poison resistance. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Oh! Boom! Don't be ganking. Reborn Reaper. I don't recognize this name. I noticed that, like, since low level and stamina depletions a lot, especially with the power stance attacks, the third dragon ring is helping a lot. This dude's gonna be aggressive. I don't know if he got lucky or if I did. He's really not doing good on his parries. See, that's what I'm talking about, that spears. Shouldn't be poison mossing people. It's not right. Oh, Jerry. Old Jerry. He's already got that poison. No, he's not. Oh, look at poison mossing. I took out the chime again. I don't know why I keep doing that. I need to stop that. That's a bad habit. Alright, let's hope this one doesn't DC. I'm having some really bad, like, I don't know if it's my connection or if it's server or what. Usually my connection's pretty good, so I don't know what's going on, but I've been having some serious disconnections today. Just on this, on the arena. I have a monster. He looks like he's probably using spells from the helmet. See, that's what I'm talking about. Oh my god, at least 50% of the games today. Big Tony Tornado. This is the dude that I just DC'd against. Uh-oh. That DC. Watch it. He's gonna stop. Drop and roll. He's gonna stop and DC. Oh, he don't even wanna play with me. He's just, wow. Doing that run attack a lot. Wow. I feel like there's... See, this is what I'm talking about. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even think I can record today. One thing I've noticed while doing these videos is I think there's like connection issues, just slight connection differences between next gen and last gen. Obviously, just the server differences. And I'm noticing that my parries and my rolling attacks and rolling. What the hell? See, I fucking didn't get that one. The one time I don't take out my time. See ya. Wow, he sidestepped it. I've never seen him sidestep that easy. Especially with that one going on. That's what I'm talking about. Anyway, connection issues. I'm having troubles rolling away. I'm having troubles like rolling away from attacks and spells too. Spells are really bad. Like Crystal Soul Mass, I can't dodge Crystal Soul Mass on next gen to save my life. That being, and I can't. I mean, my parries are off too. But I don't know. I guess it's just have to get rid of those norms and get rid of those habits and relearn a lot of this stuff because it's getting me in a lot of trouble. A lot of the more skilled players I'm fighting, um, you know, they're kind of just having their way with me. I mean, it's pretty sad because I'm not able to dodge a lot of things. I'm not able to, like, my backstepping isn't dodging a lot of stuff. My parries aren't getting all that much. And like I said with spells, I mean, spells is the worst part. Still, spells are the most noticeable difference. Because, I mean, there's a sweet spot. If someone has magic, for example, and they're using Great Crystal Soul Mass and then a Crystal Soul Spear, there's a sweet spot where you can get right on them, trigger the Crystal Soul Spear, and then at the same time roll to the side and dodge all of it. And it's not that hard to do, but I'm not used to it on this one. There's a different, like the server issues, the server difference makes it different. And it's a problem. He almost got hit right there. I think I'm getting a little bit better, but no, not enough to like really make a huge difference. Spacing seems easier on this one though. That's one thing I've noticed too. Like a lot of times when you space, like see I spaced it barely. And a lot of times on last gen, I mean barely spacing just doesn't cut it. There's that poison. But yeah, like I said, there's a huge difference between the two. But it's just something you gotta get used to. We just fought this guy, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. Oh yeah, this is the guy that was poison mossing the whole time. And him with the spear. Oh no, I tried to switch and then attack with the spear and I hit before I switched. See, I tried to backstep that, I was just too late. Server differences, it feels like. That was a bad roll. I probably could have went in for a backstab there. I'm surprised he didn't try to play there. See, like that spacing was like dead on. Last gen it would have been like that. I would have probably got hit for it. That's what I'm talking about. Those DCs for days. Well, guys, this is happening right now. So let's see what we got. I literally got a Looking Glass Knight fight within like 30 seconds of trying. I think it might be the guy that we just killed, but I'm not sure. Man, that's sand. I can hear my control vibrating. I might be getting hit. I hear the spells going off. Who is it? This poor guy. Sometimes I feel bad, but I mean, really? Not really. I'm just gonna sit here. Hey, maybe my looking glass knight. Oh, he's gonna cast at us. Maybe looking glass knight needs some heals. All that magic damage he just did. Negated. Negated. No, boom, baby. Alright, let's do this. This poor guy, like, can you imagine? I'm gonna poison this thing. Maybe not. There it is. Yeah, praise the sun. Sorry, man. So sorry. Okay, everybody. Well, that's the end of this video. We did some cool stuff. We even got that looking glass knight invasion at the end. Some invasions, some arenas. I do look forward to making some more videos in the near future. Different setups, different cosplays. If you have any suggestions, let me know. Since I'm not high enough level, I might even do some more Poison Manslayer builds for my next video. But after that, I really want to get into some different kind of builds. I've got quite a few ideas. It just takes me getting the levels for them. So, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.